So I've decided to film this because it's the start of a project for us, and I think it's always fun to document and remember, and it helps me to stay on task as well. And hopefully, I think I'll share it on Instagram because it's fun to share the journey, right? It's kind of the fun of Instagram is seeing what everyone else is up to and sharing journeys and tips and tricks and information. And so hopefully um, people will either be able to uh, share their insights with us as we go, or um, laugh along as what we're doing, because we're learning, but we're in the very new learning stages. And enjoy the process and rejoice in the results with us as we see things happening, because the world is a growing world. Nature is a changing, wonderful place. It's always fun to enjoy it. So this is a little glimpse into our pocket of it. I'm sitting in what will be our prairie area, hopefully. It's less than an acre. And we've been letting it grow for 5 years now. Just seeing what would be coming from it, what would come up. And this year we had to cut back almost half of it because what was coming up was giant ragweed, thanks to flooding from the creek out back. So this is a bit daunting, but we figured that one out, and we found some information on mowing that we'll enact next year. There's a good thing on mowing from the Xerxes Society. I should back up. So 2 years ago, we were given a plant grant. Was it 2 years? It might have been just last year. Sorry, it's 2020, so time is a mystery. It feels like it's been a decade. Yeah, maybe it was just last year. We were given a plant grant through Monarch Watch, and if you are interested in planting milkweed for monarchs and other pollinators and just restoring habitat, they are a fantastic organization to go through. Super helpful and friendly and wonderfully generous. So we got I think it was maybe 100 or so plants, which we planted last year. And this year we finally got to enjoy watching our own monarch eggs and caterpillars and butterflies, just the whole process, which we've seen it before, but it's just something special when it comes from your milkweed that you've planted and that you're growing. And since the monarch migration and the monarch population is in decline, it's just really important right now to restore habitat for them. So this year we decided to really up our game and get serious about developing natural habitat, native habitat, and not just see what grows, because we have seen what grows, and basically it's brome and some other grasses. Thankfully, lots of asters, which are wonderful for migrating monarchs or other pollinators and butterflies, not just monarchs. So it has been fun and it's been educational, but I really want to make it beneficial and beautiful, and be serious about it. And so we had one of the state biologists come out and give us some tips. And if you're interested in that sort of thing, there's a lot of resources that I had no idea existed at the state level. So I would suggest looking there. I mean, we're complete novices with an idea and a dream. So getting information, accurate information, is the hard part. There's so much information out there. It's hard to get good information. But yeah, he came out and just reinforced the steps that we should be taking, which is to clear out the field of all the trees, the little ones that are growing up, which we had done at the beginning of the year. I always burn in February, and then we cut out the trees, but he suggested to use Tordon on them so that they don't keep coming back up, and then burn this fall, and then Roundup, just to give everything a good, just kill, the grass, especially the brome, so that there's bare earth. And then in the winter, when we put out the seeds for cold stratification and the sorry, the word is escaping me, the forbs, still getting the vocabulary straight, the forbs out for cold stratification, then they will have the opportunity to hit bare earth and get down into it. So that is the plan, and I am out here today I'm in my husband's old sweatshirt, don't tell him, because I'm going to be working with Tordon. And you can see some of the flowers behind me, but there's a lot of little trees that need to be cut down in this area. So this is the first step, and it's exciting. I mean, there's been a lot of steps, a lot of learning, making calls, reading, gathering supplies, but this is the first physical step. So documenting it for posterity's sake.